National Testing Agency, NTA has released NEET 2020 result today, October 16, 2020. The agency has also released the merit list that includes NEET 2020 toppers list as well. The result can be checked by candidates on the official site of NTA NEET on maanit.nic.in. Soyeb Aftab and Akansha Singh have topped the medical entrance examination by scoring 720 out of 720 marks in the examination. Soyeb hails from AMRISHA and was coaching in Kota for the last 2 years. A leading coaching institute of Kota had previously claimed that Soyeb Aftab would score 720 marks in the exam, which is quite unique in itself as no candidates in history have achieved this feat. Akansha Singh from Kushinagar has also scored the same marks and has secured A2 rank. She is the female topper across the country. The complete list of toppers is available below. Click on the names of the toppers to read their inspiring stories. NEET 2020 toppers, complete merit list. It is interesting to note that within the first 10 ranks, 2 students have scored 720, 4 have scored 715, and 3 have scored 710. The difference in rank is decided on the basis of tiebreaker policy, according to which the preference is given to marks in biology followed by marks in chemistry. If the tie cannot be broken because of either, then the student who is older gets the higher rank. In other words, Soyeb Aftab has scored A1 because he is older than Akansha Singh by a few months. The NEET 2020 examination scores can be checked by all appeared candidates easily by logging into the account through login credentials. Candidates are advised to keep their official admit card in hand to check their respective results. Check NEET 2020 result on the neet.nic.in link here. As for the merit list, the Medical Council Committee would conduct the counselling process. The complete schedule would be available on the official site mcc.nic.in. Soyeb Aftab has created history of sorts to become the first child to score a perfect score. Soyeb has scored 720 out of 720 marks in NEET 2020 examinations to secure All India rank A1. He is also the first topper from the state of Odisha. NTA released the NEET 2020 results and shared the scorecard. We reached out to Soyeb to discuss his dreams, his aspirations, and more importantly his journey from Rourkela, Odisha to Kota and becoming the NEET 2020 topper. Son to a businessman and a homemaker, Soyeb is the first in his family who would be joining a medical college. As a student, Soyeb recounts, he was good in studies but not exceptionally so. When he was in class 8, his father, who was a tea merchant at the time, suffered tremendous financial losses. It was then that his father changed his business, but Soyeb was not certain if his family could afford coaching classes in Kota. Related, NEET Result 2020, released and available shortly on maanit.nic.in. My father's construction business worked and I was able to take admission in Allen's in Kota. My mother moved from Odisha to Kota with me along with my younger sister to support my dream and ensure that I was able to concentrate on my studies. But it was not particularly great in the beginning. My marks in class 11 were just okay and not great, and I was not able to put in a lot of hours in my studies either, he says. But they improved and he was even able to get the scholarship. I came to know about TalentX, the scholarship program of Allen, which is at par with NEET level. It was then that I focused and started to put in my effort. After I cleared the exam, I was motivated and also started to put in more effort, Soyeb shared. Managing school and self-study required some work. Soyeb used to go to his coaching classes directly from school and his day usually started at 6 a.m. and finished at 7 p.m. After this, Soyeb used to devote 2 to 3 hours for self-study. I was not happy with the 3 hours of self-study and would devote the holidays and Sundays for self-study. On those days I put in 13 to 14 hours uninterrupted. For my class 12 boards, I only started to study in the month of January. Soyeb scored 96% marks in the CBSE class 12 board examinations. Looking towards his future, Soyeb shared that he is very happy and credits all his success to his mother who stood by him and supported him unconditionally. He aspires to get admission in AIMS New Delhi. Akansha Singh from Kushinagar has also scored a perfect 720 out of 720 to become the NEET 2020 topper among girls and also A2 rank. She was placed second because of the tiebreaker policy as both the students have scored a perfect ton. NTA released the NEET 2020 result today along with merit list. Two students have tied with the score and found place right at the top. Akansha Singh's journey to success is inspiration for many girls from Purvanchal by becoming the first girl from rural Purvanchal to crack the medical entrance exam. Her zeal to become a doctor made her journey 70 kilometers from her village in Kushinagar to Gorakhpur, where she enrolled in Akash Institute during her class 9 and 10, and then from Delhi branch in classes 11 and 12. Daughter of an ex-surgeon to the Indian Air Force, Akansha is heir to NEET Topper among girls and also the state topper from Uttar Pradesh. She becomes the only other student along with Soyeb to have achieved the feat of perfect score. But it was not easy and involved tremendous support from her family. Also read, NEET Toppers 2020, Soyeb Aftab, Akansha Singh scored perfect 100 to clinch top spots. Check complete list here. Hailing from village of Hinalpapuram district Kushinagar in eastern Uttar Pradesh, Akansha has achieved this result fighting against all odds. With hardly any proper coaching available in her district, her zeal to become a doctor made her travel 70 kilometers daily from her village to the Akash Institute Center in Gorakhpur to attend her classes for medical entrance test preparation. During her commute daily, her mother used to escort her till the bus stop in Kushinagar, and while coming back from Gorakhpur, officials of Akash Institute used to drop her till the bus stand in the city every time. Her father, Rajendra Kumar Rao, had taken VRS from the IAF, and her mother, Ruchi Singh, is a primary school teacher in the village. With a monthly income of 18,000 rupees in the IAF, Mr. Rao for the last 2 years has been with his daughter full-time and left the IAF to be near his family and to support his daughter's dream of becoming a doctor and cracking NEET. Congratulating Akansha, Mr. Akash Chaudhary, Director and CEO of Akash Educational Services Limited, AESL, said, "It is a matter of great pride for us that our student Akansha Singh has excelled in the highly competitive NEET 2020 entrance exam. The credit goes to the hard work of our student, the support of her parents and teachers who have guided the student firstly at Gorakhpur in class 9 and 10 and then at Delhi in her class 11 and 12. She showed extraordinary grit during last days before NEET exam, studied online with full concentration and focus despite the onslaught of COVID-19. Her dedication towards her passion of becoming a doctor since class 9 and her persistent efforts to achieve the target is now inspirational for lakhs of students, including those who remain there in villages and remotest areas of the country. I wish Akansha all the best for her future endeavors." Akansha credited the outstanding performance to burning the midnight oil and the excellent coaching provided by Akash instructors for the NEET examination, which was considered among the most competitive